Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be using my Ninja Crispi to make some really great buffalo chicken dip. Are you looking for something really awesome for that next get-together or to eat while you're watching the game? Well, look no further because you found it right here. So you ready? Let's get into this. For this recipe, we're going to need one thinly sliced chicken breast, some sharp cheddar cheese, some softened cream cheese. If you don't have time to let this sit out and soften by itself, you could always put it into the microwave and let it cook for about 30 seconds and that should do you just fine. A little bit of sour cream, salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and some buffalo wing sauce. I'm using the Sweet Baby Ray's stuff. It tastes really good and it's really easy to find in these large containers like this. If you'd like to make this recipe, all the ingredients and measurements are down in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is get our chicken breast cooked. So you wanna add your olive oil to this. Make sure you get about half on each side and get it brushed in really nicely. Don't forget to get both sides. And we'll get it seasoned with the salt and pepper. We're not putting tons of this on here, because keep in mind it is getting a whole bunch of cheese on top of it, so that is going to make it over salty if we overdo it with this. We just want to make sure it has a little bit of flavor is all. Next, we're going to take our 4-cup crispy bowl, throw in the crisping plate, and we're going to lay in our chicken breast. If it doesn't sit in there perfectly flat, that's fine, just do the best you can, but it should fit in there pretty well. I cut these breasts thin, so I'm not going to have a problem, but if you're using thicker breasts, you might want to score these a little bit just to make sure the insides of the thick parts get cooked as well as the skinny parts. Okay, now we're going to put on our crispy pod. This is going to take someplace between 15 and 20 minutes for it to cook all the way through. It just sort of depends. So what we're going to do is set the machine to air fry, and we're just going to go ahead and set this to 20 minutes. About halfway through, we're going to check it and flip the chicken, and at that point we can make a determination as to whether we need the full 20 minutes or not. Alright, we're about halfway done. Let's check this out. And that's looking like it's about halfway done. So, we'll flip this chicken like so, and we'll continue on. So it looks like I'm going to use that full 20 minutes. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Okay, once that's finished, you can check this out. That chicken's looking pretty darn good. So now we need to get this sliced. The internal temperature should be at least 165 degrees. We're at about 170, so we're good. We just want to dice this up into small pieces because this is going to go in our dip. It doesn't have to be super pretty. Just be careful when you're cutting this because it is really hot. Yeah, look at all that steam coming out of there. So the air fryer did a pretty good job cooking this actually. Digging it. Okay, we want to slide this out of the way just a little bit. Bring over our container. We're going to want to remove that crisping plate, but keep in mind that that thing is going to be scorching hot. So let's see if we can get it out with this. Yep. Now we're going to put our chicken right back in here. You don't even need to clean that bowl out. That little bit of chicken juice we have in there is going to be good for our dip. So now we're going to add in our sour cream, our cream cheese. I probably didn't soften this up quite enough, but that's fine. Our buffalo sauce. And we're going to add in half of our cheese. Now all we need to do is give this a good stir to get all this combined as evenly as we can. Be careful because this buffalo sauce will stain your clothes if it gets on it. You don't have to do a perfect job mixing this, but you do want to try to get this as even as you can. Once you got it looking kind of like this, we're going to throw this guy back on here. Okay, now we're going to set the machine for max crisp, set the timer for 15 minutes, and then we're going to start it up. Okay, when we got about 5 minutes left, we'll pop this off. and it should start looking browned like this with a little tiny bit of burn on top. At this point, we want to give this a really good stir once again, just to make sure this is going to cook nice and even. And then we're going to top this off with the rest of our cheddar cheese. Try to get it nice and even on here, and make sure you get full coverage on this as well. Now we'll go ahead and pop this back on here, and we can continue until we got a little bit of a crust on the top again. We might not need this full 5 minutes, so you're going to want to keep an eye on this. Hi Bean, you hungry? That's Bean. Okay, let's check this out. And that is our dip. Now all we need is some chips, like those. Yep, it's good. This chicken dip is really, really good. Everybody's gonna love it, and it's a great departure from the regular bean dip that you always seem to see at get-togethers. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Ninja Crispi that I use to make this dip, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay, 1 cent. If you like this recipe, I think you might like this recipe right here where I made some cheesy bacon tater tots. Those are fantastic. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.